They've already helped more than 8,000 East Texas veterans, and now CampV in Tyler is adding a brand new chapel. KLTV7's Michael Richardson has more on what this could mean for men and women struggling after serving our country.
On this site near CampV in Tyler, a chapel is set to stand, aimed at bringing together veterans across East Texas.
We started thinking about this thing in the earlier part of 2017.
CampV expects construction to start in September on the 2,500 square foot chapel, which will allow space for counseling services and memorials. Alan Brown is an Army veteran.
And this is an opportunity for veterans to be exposed to biblical teaching and to faith in God, because with that, they will be able to overcome all obstacles that we would come in life.
And it's not that veterans don't have other churches to go to. It's for just them. They have a need to continue to connect with those that are like-minded and have served, and they know what that's like.
Co-founder Susan Campbell says they wanted to build a place where veterans could experience connection.
We have been wanting to address the spiritual side for veterans, because everything we do here does have to do with mental health, and we help mitigate their physical health as well with the fitness center, but now this is the special place for spiritual healing.
CampV has helped over 8,000 veterans. Michael Richardson, KLTV7 News.
Now, CampV does still need $350,000 of the estimated $2 million it will cost to build that new